Hello, in this video we are going to try to learn solving exponential equations. All right, so let's write down few equations. Let's say I have 25 power x equals 125. So this is my one equation. Let's say I have another equation which is 9 power x equal 3 power x plus 1. So this is my second exponential equation. Let's say I have another problem where it is 2 power 2x equals 4 power 2x minus 2 multiplied by 8 power 2 minus 6x. So these are my initially three exponential equation problems. So we need to solve those. All right, so let's start with the first one. All right, now if you notice, I have what 25 here, I have 125. Let's see if I can express both the number with the same base. So 25 I can actually write 5 square, so 5 square and then power x equals 125. I can write it as a 5 cube. Okay, so now 5 square and then power x, so that 2, so this power 2 and power x is going to be multiplying. Okay, so I'm going to have 5 power 2 multiplied by x equals 5 power 3. Now if you notice, my both side have same base, so what can I write? I can write 2x equals 3, so I can write 2x equals 3, so I can write x equals 3 over 2. So this is basically the solution of my this particular problem. Right, so let's now look at our second problem. So similarly I'm going to try to see if I can express both sides using a same base. Now on the right hand side my base is 3, on the left hand side base is 9. So how I can express 9? I can express 9 as 3 square and then I have a power x which is equals 3 power x plus 1. So I'm not changing anything on the right hand side. So now again 3 power 2 and then power x, so I can basically write 3 power 2 multiplied by x equals 3 power x plus 1. So both side my base is 3, so I can essentially write the 2x equals x plus 1. So now I am going to bring this x on the left hand side, so it's become 2x minus x equals 1, so I get x equal to 1. So this is the solution for my second problem. Now let's look at the final problem. Okay, here I have here base 2, here base 4, here base 8. So let's see if I can express all the base with the same base. Okay, so first one on the left hand side I cannot do anything, so I'm going to keep it as it is. Equals 4, I can write 2 square and then what is the power? Power is 2x minus 2 and then multiplied by 8. I can write it as a 2 cube and then whole thing is power is what? 2 minus 6x. Okay, so let's do, so 2 power 2x. Now here I have what? 2 power 2 and power 2x minus 2, so I need to multiply both the power. So if I multiply both the power, so I need to multiply 2 multiplied by the other power is 2x minus 2. Okay, the same thing, I need to multiply power 3 and also this power 2 minus 6x. So 3 multiplied by 2 minus 6x. All right, so let's try to simplify a little bit. So I have 2 power 2x, which is equals 2 power 2 multiplied by 2x is 4x, and 2 multiplied by -2 is -4, and then 2 power 3 multiplied by 2 is 6, minus 3 multiplied by 6x is 18x. All right, so I just want you to remember one little formula. So let's see if I write it down in a different color. Let's say if I have a power x multiplied by a power y, essentially I can write a power x plus y. Okay, so I hope you remember this formula. So look at here, I have 2 power something and another 2 power something, so I can basically write 2 power and add these 2 power. So I can have 4x minus 4, and I can add the other power, which is 6 minus 18x, which is equals 2 power 2x. Okay, so now both side I have base 2, so I can write 2x equals 4x minus 4 plus 6 minus 18x. So this is a very simple equation. So let's try to do. So 2x equals, here I have 4x, here I have negative 18x, so it will be negative 14x. Here I have negative 4, here I have positive 6, so it will be positive 2. Alright, so now let's bring negative 14x on this left hand side. So I have 2x plus 14x equals 2. I have 16x equal to, so I have x equals 1 over 8. So this is basically the solution for my this particular problem. Now in all these three cases, if you notice, I was able to express both side with the same base. Okay, so I was able to express both my side with the same base. Okay, now let's try to solve equation where both side of my equation I will not be able to express with the same base. So let's take another example. Let's say I have 5 multiplied by 2 power x minus 3 equals 17. Okay, this is my number one problem. And let's say I have another problem where it is 5 power 2x minus 3 equals 3 power x plus 1. Now let's start with this problem. Here you see I have a exponential which is 2 power x minus 3, and then it is multiplied by 5, which is equal to 7. Now what I am going to do is I am going to divide both sides by 5. Okay, so I want to make sure that on the left hand side I have only the exponential portion. So it is 2 power x minus 3. I can write it down as 17 over 5. Okay, so which makes our life easier. So this is going to be equal to 3.4. so what I get 2 power x minus 3 equals 3.4. now if you see, I am not going to be able to express 3.4 as a 2 power something. Okay, so that means what, my both side I will not be able to express with the same power base 2. So when you encounter this type of situation, what you do, you simply take logarithm on both sides, either common logarithm with base 10 or natural logarithm with base e. So let's take natural logarithm. So I am taking natural logarithm 2 power x minus 3 equals natural logarithm 3.4. okay, so I have taken logarithm on both sides. Now if you notice that power x minus 3, I can bring it on the left, the front of my logarithm, so I can write x minus 3 natural logarithm 2 equals logarithm 3.4, and I can write x minus 3 equals natural logarithm 3.4 over natural logarithm 2. okay, so let's do a little calculator punching. So natural logarithm 3.4 is going to be 1.224 and natural logarithm 2 is 0.693. so if I divide, I get 1.766. so what I get x minus 3 equals 1.766. so x will be basically 4.766. all right, so this is the solution for my this particular problem. all right, so it seems pretty easy or straightforward. Now let's look at the last problem. So in this case, I have a base 5, I have a base 3, and no way I will be able to express both the bases into same base. okay, so again in this case I have to take logarithm on both side. So you can take any logarithm, natural logarithm or common logarithm. all right, so let's take this time common logarithm. So I have logarithm 5 power 2x minus 3 equals logarithm 3 power x plus 1. okay, again this power I can bring it before my logarithm, so I can write 2x minus 3, then logarithm 5 equals this x plus 1 is going to come before here, so x plus 1 logarithm 3. all right, so now let's expand those expressions. So what I get 2 logarithm 5 sorry, so let me erase this. This is going to be, so what I am doing is I am multiplying 2x with logarithm 5, so I get 2x logarithm 5 minus 3 logarithm 5 equals x, so x logarithm 3 plus logarithm 3. all right, now what I am going to do, I am going to group together the x term on left hand side, and I am going to group together all this constant term on the right hand side. okay, so let's see what I have. I have 2x logarithm 5, which is this one, and now I'm going to bring this logarithmic expression on the left hand side, so it will be negative x logarithm 3 equals, so here I have logarithm 3, and I'm going to bring this term on the right hand side, which will be positive 3 logarithm of 5. okay, so now let's take x from this common term out, so I have x out, so what I have 2 logarithm 5 minus logarithm of 3 equals what? I have logarithm of 3 plus 3 logarithm of 5. so what is going to be my x? So my x is going to be equal to this term, so let me write down this term, which is logarithm of 3 plus 3 logarithm of 5 over this term, okay, which is equals 2 logarithm 5 minus logarithm 3. Now all these terms are constant, okay, all these terms are constant, so I can calculate those terms using a calculator, and if I punch all these things in a calculator, I will get approximately 2.795. okay, so this is the final solution for my this particular problem. Okay, so these are some examples of solving exponential equation. So in the next video we are going to try to learn how to solve logarithmic equation. Okay, thank you.